Hi, my name is Rosie Woodland and today I'm going to be talking to you about knitting socks. What we're going to do is we're going to look at the anatomy of a sock, we're going to look at the needles and yarn you should use for a sock, and then we're going to break down the sock into lots of different stages to make it as simple as possible. Knitting socks might seem daunting, but actually it's really straightforward if you think about it in different stages. So let's look at one to start with. You start with the cuff of the sock, and this is normally ribbed. Here I've done a 2x2 rib and it's twisted as well. I'll explain a bit more about that later. Then you knit in stocking stitch for quite a long section, and because you're working your sock in the round, either on circular or double pointed needles, you just knit. You knit and knit and knit, and then you get to the heel flap. So that's quite a relaxing bit of knitting to do in front of the TV. Once you've got your sock as long as you want it, to the top of your ankle, then you work a heel flap. And a heel flap is done with a slip stitch to make it slightly more thick, and it's reinforced basically because this is the bit of the sock that's most likely to wear out when it rubs against the back of your shoe. Then turning the heel, which is the bit that most people are worried about doing, involves working some short rows. That's part rows, so instead of working a whole way round, you're just working part of the way, and that gives you this curved shape here. And then you work what's called a gusset, and that's where you're working decreases. So you pick up some stitches around the side of this heel flap that you've made, and then you work your decreases until the number of stitches on your needles is the same as before you started the heel flap. After that, you do lots more straight knitting in stocking stitch, and then you do some decreases for the toe. And I'll show you the toe here. So the toe is done as a kind of wedge shape with two sets of decreases at either side. And then when you've got your toe as narrow as you want it, and your pattern should tell you all of this, then you graft the toe stitches together.